I think I don't want to be too disrespectful, so I'll switch my armor out. Back to what I had before. Buy some while I'm here. Also, let's go to my journal real quick. Track a small grave matter.
Keep your distance, friend. Sick house is no place for a traveler.
Gotcha. Well, we'll just leave that then. What's in here? Is this where I go? No, there's the barber shop. Alright. Excuse me, Conrad?
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs.
Jeez.
Physical hygiene
Your hair is-
recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Your hair's got some roots coming in. Excuse me.
No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Silius sent me to collect your dues.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
You mean you're broke?
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bitless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
That's some quality drama, Conrad. You should audition.
Thank you, no. I despise the serials. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Medical rights?
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
Just give Silas an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
I'll let you know if I think of anything.
Much obliged.
Broke ass mother. Alright, well. On to the next
Mr.
one.
Thompson. What? Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
You want to tell me what's got you so nervous?
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
I'm here to collect your gravesite fees.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
He told me everything. How long do you think you could keep a secret like that?
Sounds like he's already told you. You may as well hear it from me. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one.
I'm sure it's all very tragic and heartbreaking. Pay me so I can get out of here.
I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help.
Depends on what you need.
Couple hours out of your day and some light second story work, that's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
Got some
I'll
questions.
do what I can.
Why can't you just buy some?
I tried medicating myself with adrenatime. Didn't do much for me, as far as I can tell. Anyway, I can't just buy medicine. Distribution of medicine is strictly prohibited to any workers beneath the acceptable margin of health. Company policy.
So in other words, they won't treat you because you're already
More
sick.
like the company won't treat me because I'm not healthy enough.
I assume there's guards.
You will not find any guards within sight of that old place. Marauders, on the other hand.
You never mentioned
It
that.
is a reality of life in the Vale. Grass is brown, sky is gray, marauders are outside the walls.
I've heard enough.
So you'll do it then?
I'll do it.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
Anything I should know?
Just keep your head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over. Probably tracking mud all over the archives.
Taking an awful
I
risk?
know that, but I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
I'll go ahead and leave you be.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
Am I?
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
Huh. He's got symptoms of something. You're saying it's psychosomatic? His eyes were all green, yellow, and sickly looking.
All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
What do you need it for?
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
Why don't you let me worry about that?
All right. Here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
Abernathy's paying me. Can you match?
I'm paid better than Abernathy. Whatever he's giving you, I will do you one better.
I'll think about it.
That's all I can ask of you.
Definitely got some choices. I'll go in here. Going around? Terminal access. Huh. So cool. Well, hello there.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Tenderfoot? I'm here to collect gravesite fees.
Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
These papers aren't signed in your name?
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
That's kind of you, I guess.
I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
You said this guy shot himself?
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
Must be tough losing family.
Eugene wasn't family.
Thought you said you were his closest living relative.
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
What are they gonna do? Arrest him? What? Vandalism? You can't be serious.
I'm plenty serious. In fact, I'm a little upset Eugene didn't think things through. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
Holy cow, he was a person.
Well, excuse you. I'll have you know, Eugene was an asset to us all. May his atoms be commended to the law. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put
Jesus.
this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
Okay. Why don't you get back to work? It's rough. Alright, let's give it a little jog. We'll go this way. Back here. Might as well head out the door on this side of town. Huh. Ludwig Miller. Alright, well, I'm gonna try Conrad one more time. And then I'll head out the front doors. Go to Ludwig.
I've been feeling pretty low these days.
We should keep our voices down.
Constable, cannery. Huh. Okay. Let's see. What is this? Cantina? General store.
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me.
Don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you.
What can I do for you?
Let's see. Am I gonna repair my
A
ship?
ship? Dear me. You seem to have lost the ability to distinguish between reality and fantasy. This is what happens when you let your imagination run wild. I don't approve of fantasizing. It's a dreadful habit, corrosive to the mental faculties. You ought to let the vicar take a look inside your head.
Your vicar?
Vicar Maximilian, our man from the OSI, here to spread the message of scientism like a soothing balm upon a feverish head. Or so you'd expect. You'll find him in our local church, probably neglecting his duties.
I got some questions.
Go ahead.
Never mind. Conrad, your problems for me. Take those, take those. Receptionist shot himself. Pawn off his teeth. Take that too. Alright. Probably drop off by the general store.
Outside the walls today. Nothing for us outside those walls. You ought to know that.
It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. And before you ask, I'm all out of deluxe salt tuna. All I've got is gourmet.
Huh. I need to fix a ship.
You ought to go have a talk with the boss, Reed Thompson. He's up in his tower above the cannery.
Okay. What are you
Music to my
selling?
ears.
Okay. Let's go to sell. There. Pre-sliced bread. Mining game there. Good light pistol. Nice. Hardened armor rating. Nice. Bunch of nanners. Mock apple. Huh. Cool. Repair. Huh. Okay. Ah, nice LMG here. Shoots heavy, shoots light. That's cool. Impact hammer. Sawed off shotgun. And a revolver. Cool. Riot control stuff. Magnum. Worker's outfit. Cool. Bypass shunt. So weapons and armor seem to be the most expensive stuff. Light pistol. I think I'm using one of those. Huh. Nice.
It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice.
My bad. I'll just excuse myself. Sorry about that. Let's go here. Inventory. Huh.
Had your rations yet?
Yep.
Well, let's go find out what's going on. Back to the Emerald Vale. This game is really cool. I do love Obsidian Entertainment. I'm a big fan. Just gonna stand here for a second while I get this all set up in my room. What are you guys thinking so far? I mean, this game is really fun. It's really new. I don't know how popular it's gonna get, to be perfectly honest. It was published by the same people who published Ancestors Survival Evolved and oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Ancestors Survival Evolved and Kerbal Space Program. It's got me pretty excited. Well, there's Silas. I'm gonna go this way though first. I wanna see what all I can do before I get back to Silas. That's not the revolver. I don't have the revolver. Okay. More damage in each shot, but less DPS, probably because of reloading. Ooh. Broke my leg. Okay. Well, not that great. Edgewater landing pad. Oh, a vending machine. Nice. I can sell to it. That's so cool. Alright, let's see. What does it have for sale? Some armor in here. Advanced defensive. Those are kind of cool. All that's kind of cool. Alright. What's this? Oh, more weapons. Nice. Assault rifle. Shoots heavy. Hunting rifle. What was in here? Some sawed-off shotguns, stun baton, plasma rifle. Some basic provisions and armor. Oh, hey. Right control helmet for a good price. Bonus to determination. Yeah, what? It's not the best choice. Okay. Looks a little goofy, but whatever. I think technically it makes me better. Hacking and picking logs. Okay, let's see. Huh. Oh, he's over here. Hello.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
Celius sent me.
I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he
Silas.
agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
Are you okay?
I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
Yeah, I gotta watch out for those mechanicals.
That's right. That's what I've been saying. We gotta square our shoulders and stand ever vigilant. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant, clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
If your resistance need another gun, I'm for.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saltuna cans, mostly, some Spacer's chaw, few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid.
Proper armies pay enlistment fees.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the resistance a bad name.
Huh, that's what I thought. What do you need done?
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
Deal. Give me some pointers.
Mechanicals got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing.
Alright, I'll let you be. Well, I don't think I'm getting anything from good old Conrad there, so... Might need to just, beat him up, who knows. Oh, what is that? Okay, those guys are not my favorites, but whatever. Kinda creepy. Whoa, that's cool. Gotta shoot the blue glowy thing, I guess.
Fancy threads. That some kind of hibernation suit?
Yeah. We need to talk about Eugene.
Yeah? What about him?
Huh. I'll be right back in just 1 second, guys. You first?
Well, yeah. It's what I'm contractually obligated to do. What's this about?
His solid gold teeth. Could be worth something if you pulled him out.
Yeah. Funny thing, Eugene's body ain't where it's supposed to be. The night we were supposed to commend his body to the earth, I had his grave all dug up and ready, right? And so I thought, I'll just rest my eyes a bit. When I woke up, his body was gone. Spirited away. Vanished. The footprints nearby suggested that Eugene was stolen by marauders. Or he rose from the dead.
I'll keep an eye out.
Let me know if you find anything.
Got a question for you. Ah, I should go. I wonder... What?
Something I can do for you?
Maybe. Yeah, no, I don't really know. I gotta get that money from Conrad somehow, huh? How do you... Man, what am I gonna do to get money from Conrad? Did I just mess up? Might be worth mentioning this to Silas. Okay, maybe I could use that information on Conrad. That's a good point. Conrad,
What can I do for you?
I know about Eugene.
You know about Eugene? How?
I'm a mind reader.
You were probably poking around my things. I really shouldn't leave my letters sitting out in the open. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
I'm sure he won't miss him.
That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
I don't care.
Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
What happened?
Eugene was not a suicide. He put a bullet in his brain, yes, but that's largely a technicality. I was the one who prepared Eugene's body for interment. I discovered symptoms of the plague on his corpse, and I discovered medicine in his pocket. Lots of medicine. Eugene overdosed on adrenatime, which is known to cause psychosis and paranoia as possible side effects. The paranoia drove him to take his own life.
So the town never had a big
We can all
penalty.
thank our lucky stars that young Eugene was hopped up on medication and suffered its predictable side effect. I included it all in my official report. I'd like to think I saved Edgewater a great deal of money. We never could have paid the fines associated with a suicide.
Goodbye. Some good information. All right.
Something I can do for you?
About those
Run
fees you
into
wanted.
any trouble?
I'm done.
Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to.
I went out on my way for you.
And I'll buy you a drink sometime.
I was hoping for something more tangible.
Suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another.
Abernathy was trying to hide his own illness.
Abernathy was sick? With the plague? That's disgusting. I shook hands with the guy.
Yeah, isn't that why you wanted me to collect his fees? He was convinced you knew.
What? No. If I knew he was sick, I would have had him reported. I needed his fees because of his name. A for Abernathy. He was at the top of my list, you see?
That's all for now. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's a little ways away. I'll wait on that. What's this one like? Still kind of further away than I want to do. Let's see what's up with our ship, I guess. Edgewater. Employment community. Everybody here works for Edgewater. For Spacer's Choice. That was kind of good. I got some good bit cartridges. Now let's talk to the town leader. Whoa. Cool.
Please, Holcomb, I need you to explain this.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account...
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
I'll wait until you finish.
You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just... old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you?
Let's start with some introductions.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I think you may have the wrong idea about me.
Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
My ship needs some repairs, and I'm looking for a power regulator.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Let me guess.
My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
What a surprise. I never would have guessed.
I am not trying to pull one over on you, friend. You were bound to run into them sooner or later. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters. Former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Why? Yeah, honestly, if you want me to solve
Good
that...
law, no, I don't want you killing anyone, least of all them. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Alright, Reed. I'll see what I can do.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Sure.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you. And thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
let's get going.
Be right there. On my way. We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do this first. There. And alright, let's see. Comes now the power. Alrighty. Okay, come back to town. Party.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
I thought this would be considered out.
Hey, ma'am, can we talk? Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
This is about the deserters, so what's the other side of it here?
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
Can't blame them, but like you guys were friends, or?
I don't know anybody well. I mostly listen to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident.
I honestly can't blame anybody for wanting to leave.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
I suppose it couldn't hurt.
Thanks, ma'am. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Farty, your dad sounds like a pretty smart person. It's the botanical lab. That's the vicar. Let's go here.
Sorry, I'll just be a minute.
Wait. Nah, the vicar. Dude. Is there like a creepy backdoor entrance to it, or? Where do you get into this guy's place at? Oh.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Oh, that's cool. Here's the vicar.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
Pavardi wanted me to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
He's asked us to cut off power to Adelaide's deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
What do you think of Adelaide's group?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
So what would you advise then?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Is that even possible?
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
And why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
A handsome sum, you say?
It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
I'll need to know a little bit more.
It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it.
I'll look for it.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Yeah, huh?
I noticed you mentioned your dad a lot, but never your mother.
That's on account of how I never met her.
How's that possible?
She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
Is that normal?
Well, I don't know about normal. Dad said she worked under some kind of special contract. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers.
You mentioned
You
something
mean about
earlier.
the mission being too clean?
Isn't it supposed to be clean?
I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vickers sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
You're a mechanic.
Fixing the universe is a job for somebody way better than the likes of me.
Let's get back to it. Alright. Let's check this out real quick. What's up with Pavardi? Companion ledger. Cool. Journal. Alright. Oh, how much do I have? 553. Not bad, not bad. Let's get some armor before I head out. I wonder if the general store is the way to go for that.
I'm not allowed in here. Not since the vending machine incident.
Holcomb, got my eye on you, girl. Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since that little incident.
What incident?
Ask her if you care. I'm running a business here.
I won't touch anything while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
Music to my ears.
What are you selling? Run control, standard troop, 9-4. Oh, I see. Standard troop's actually better. 9-4. So I'll buy that. And I'll buy that. And that. Alright. So like that. Like that. Alright. Thank you very much, sir.
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me.
Don't worry.
Alright, let's get on our way. So we